Can I make millions of dollars in GTA Online only using advice from TikTok? I'm going to need it since I'm a level 1 with $0 in my bank account. So I'm going to be pulling up TikTok right now, and I will have to test out each video to try to make money. Okay, so I'm just going to type it into TikTok, GTA 5 Online get money.
There is a new way to make millions of dollars in GTA 5 Online right now. With this new update that just dropped, you're going to want to come to this exact location. After coming to this location, you're actually going to see this farm.
This guy wants us to go to Quickie Farm. So this guy is saying Quickie Farm is going to make me a ton of money. Just doing simple runs of Quickie Farm, I can make a lot of money. I'm not excited, but I got to do it. I have to do this, bro. So we've made it over to the location that guy was talking about. This is where he was. This is Quickie Farm. And he said that this is easy money. He doesn't even know why that Rockstar would even allow this to be, at the time, double money, which I don't have the same opinion. But hey, he said this is a great way to make money. I'm going to go ahead and do it. First thing to make money on this account is level 1. So here we go. Quickie Farm, deliver the medical supplies. And pretty much all we have to do for this is we have to deliver a bunch of supplies to different locations. The further the location, the more money we will get. And it'll be in $5,000 increments per delivery. I think we have to make a total of 6 deliveries, something like that. There's a supply bar in the bottom right hand corner. If we wreck, that supply bar will go down, but luckily we get a pretty fast vehicle. Oh geez, I just wrecked. See, the supply bar went down, but luckily we get a pretty fast vehicle. We are driving around in one of the newer vehicles in the game, the Sentinel GTS, so that's pretty exciting. But yeah, that guy said that this was a pretty good thing to make money if you just love driving around, which, well, you know, I'm gonna be honest, I would prefer to do something instead of just driving around the map, especially when I have a goal to make money. Oh shoot, next payment is $2,500. Okay, yeah, this thanks, buddy. This is great. This is so great, dude. But luckily this location isn't too far away though. So yeah, as you saw in the intro, we are a level 1 and we have $0. And this video is not going to end until I have $1 million on this account. And I'm only making that money by doing what TikTok says. So that first TikTok was doing Quickie Farm, so here I am. I'm doing Quickie Farm. Oh geez, the next location is 7 miles, bro. yeah, 7 miles. It's not great. So that pretty much 7 miles is all the way across the map. That is not great. TikTok though, I don't know, they're not the most truthful. I know some creators on TikTok, they don't give the best advice when it comes to making money. So yeah, for like a normal scenario, like making $1 million isn't like the hardest thing to do in GTA Online, at least in my opinion, especially as a level 1. There's so many things that you can do, but I just need those people on TikTok to recommend the right things for me. Now, luckily, Quickie Farm we can do as a level 1. There are other things that we can't do as a level 1 unless if we own something. We'll just have to see how things go. But yeah, anyways, I have to drive all the way to the northern part of the map. Finally, we've made it up to the northern part of the map in Paleto Bay. All we gotta do is just deliver the supplies, and I'm just gonna guess we're gonna have to go all the way back down to the southernmost point of the map, back in downtown Los Santos. I just guarantee it. The payment for the next one is $7,500. And yeah, 6.27 miles away. That is fantastic. All right, there we go. Delivering more medical supplies. I think that's our 4th delivery down. I think we should have 2 more to go. Now we got to go to the country club, which is like 2.5 miles away. Not too bad. Yeah, as that guy said though, it's literally driving. It is straight up just driving. It's probably been like, all right, that guy said it would take like 15 minutes to do. I mean, it's probably, with the locations that I've got, it's probably been like 10. Yeah, there's not much to talk about right now. It's just pedal to the metal. Here's some more medical supplies right there delivered. I think this is the last delivery we have to make. We've made 5 deliveries this far. We have to go 4.7 miles away for this final one. So we've made it to the final location. Here you go. Here is your supplies. And just like that, we have made our first dollar on this account. We have made $35,000 just off of this. So we just did the Quickie Farm missions. I mean, yeah, $35,000, not a ton of money. There are definitely better things that we can do in the game to make money as a level 1. But hey, it gets us started. So let's just scroll down, and what is going to be the next TikTok that we're gonna have to follow?
It's free and a great beginner vehicle due to its armor.
Yeah, I am very overwhelmed right now, guy.
Cluckin heist until you've saved up $2.2 million for the cost.
Oh shoot, I gotta pause right here. Duco Death? He wants me to buy the Duco Death? Yes, sir, bro. Thanks, guy. Yeah, so like Warstock Cash and Carry, Duco Death is absolutely free. We absolutely want to utilize this. Hey, he said so. Oh, I don't have anywhere to store ignore this vehicle. So, I mean, he didn't technically say that. He technically didn't say this, but you can get a free garage, a two-car garage. Yeah, right here, the unit 124 Popular Street. You can technically get this for free. So I'm gonna do that. He didn't technically say it in his video, but he wants me to get the Duke of Death. The only way I can get the Duke of Death is if I have garage spaces. So bending the rules ever so slightly. But anyways, back to the Duke of Death. Let's purchase that, or at least acquire it. It's a better word because it's free. There we go. Cool. Yeah, pretty much the big thing that he said, other than the Duke of Death, was do the Cluckin Bell farm raid. He said multiple times, I'm only going to do it once. So yeah, let's get started with the Cluckin Bell farm raid. I've kind of explained that once I get there. All right, but anyways, here's our Duke of Death, though. This is the car this guy told me to get. Now, this is a very good investment. This thing has pretty decent armor. It's not the best armor in the game, but this vehicle's free, so you can't really expect this to be the best thing in the world. I wish I can just, you know, take care of you, but I don't have any bullets, and I kept the game played around like I am a level 1. But yeah, look, I just realized I have no weapons. Or, well, I have a pistol, but I don't have any ammo. So, but I'm gonna go pick up some ammo for the pistol well, actually, I can do that right here. Ammo, pistol ammo. I'll just purchase that, but that's all I'm gonna do. So anyways, let's go over to the Cluckin Bell farm raid. So in order to start the Cluckin Bell farm raid, we have to come all the way over here. It's gonna be this location on the map. It is a V on the western side of the map. We have to walk up to this yellow circle right here, and we just press right on the D-pad, and we can get started with the Cluckin Bell farm raid. So here we go. Essentially, with the Cluckin Bell farm raid, we just kind of started up a series of missions. So there's like 6 total missions that we got to do. The last one being the finale. Once we complete the last one, we'll get the sum of money. But in order to start that up, we have to complete the other missions. This isn't the quickest thing in the world, but it is quick when it comes to how much money we're gonna make. But anyways, I'm just gonna summarize this once we actually wrap it up. So what did we do? We went ahead, we stole money to get that started. We then stole a laptop, and then we stole a train. And then after that, we stole a bunch of armor weapons. We stole a vehicle, a getaway vehicle. And then we went ahead and we sabotaged the Cluckin Bell outlet factory in downtown Los Santos. We did all that to prepare us for this. So we're ready to go now. I think that took like 40, 50-ish minutes, something like that. But yeah, we're ready to go to the finale. Scene of the crime. All right, here we go. Scene of the crime. This is what this TikToker told me to do. This is what he said. He wanted me to do the Cluckin Bell farm raid. Now, like I said, it's been like 40 to 50 minutes since I've started this, and I haven't earned a single dime quite yet. The money that we make from doing all this comes during the finale, which is right now. So right now, despite me, you know, working pretty hard on this, I am still at like $30-some thousand. But here we go. No more. So we have to go and we have to go steal some cola, like a guy in the face. See, okay, so the way I set this up, he didn't say how to specifically set it up, so I do it. So I did it the way I usually do it. But essentially, there's 2 ways to do it. You can either do it where everyone knows that you're coming and everyone's gonna shoot at you. It's just gonna be a big shootout, or you can do it a little bit smarter and a little bit quicker by going ahead and doing it stealthy. And that's what we've done right here. So no one knows that I'm really here at the Cluckin Bell farm. So I can sneak around this factory pretty much and go steal a bunch of stuff. So yeah, first things first, we have to go steal these white bars right here. So let's go ahead and collect all this. All right, so we just stole all the cola right there. Now we need to go to the office, and I need to find the keys to the office, and luckily I just ran right past it and it appeared on my map. Makes that a little easier. So we are inside the office now. We need to go up to the computer. We need to go hack the computer. And now we need to go ahead and we have this hacking device. We need to try to find a safe code. Okay, there we go. We got the safe code. Code is going to be 283156. And there we go. We are in the safe, and we're pretty much just stealing a bunch of cash. Nothing too crazy there. And now all we got to do now is just leave the Cluckin Bell factory. So the alarm's going off, so they know something happened, but they don't know where I am. They're still a little clueless on that end. So now we should have to go and make our way to our getaway vehicle, which isn't too far away. All right, so we've made it inside the getaway vehicle. Let's get out of this garage. And now we essentially need to make our way over to Vincent's lockup, which is back into the city. We have the cops on us, but they don't know exactly where we are. So like, we just have to keep driving and eventually lose the cops and just deliver all this stuff to Vincent's lockup. And we have made it back to Vincent's lockup. Here is Vincent. He is pretty stoked that we got this done. I am too. And there we go. Mission passed. And this is what we've been working towards the entire time. $500,000 just like that. That is over half of the amount that we're trying to get to in this video. And you can see we actually got another $200 $250,000 too. This is a little thing that's less obvious, but if you go under stats, you go down to awards. If you scroll over to the Chop Shop DLC and you scroll over through these awards, you have this one right here. It says the Cluckin farm raid. Complete the Cluckin farm raid as a leader to earn $250,000. And that's exactly what I just did. So we just pretty much got a first time bonus. So after our second TikTok that we viewed, we're now sitting at $785,000. We're over 3/4 of the way there, but I'm not allowing myself to do another Cluckin farm raid. I knew that was going to be the easiest thing to do. I was expecting to see that recommended at some point. That's off the table now. That is off the table. And along with the quickie farm, I'm not doing that anymore since we've already done it. So we have to figure out what else are we going to do in order to make money to make it all the way up to $1 million. Okay, top 5 ways to make money in GTA Online in the year of 2025. If there's anything I can do that I don't need a business, I'll go ahead and do it. Okay, no, I literally think all of these are just recommending you to have a business. Yeah, no, this one's a bunker. Last one's gonna be a coyote gun. No. Okay, I'm switching it up. I'm saying get money as a beginner. So what is this one? The best tips for beginner GTA. How to get rich in 2025. Okay, how to make millions as a beginner. Okay, pretty much all of these are recommending the Cluckin farm raid, so I gotta switch it up. I'm gonna sort by date posted. Okay, this one's saying the easy is 180K in GTA Online. Okay, so it wants me to go to the group 6. Okay, so they're saying this is the same drive every time you do this, and literally just put the stockade in the circle, drive to the waypoint. Yeah, look at that. No. It literally said $170,000. Wait, hold on. Let me back that up a little bit. So they drive in, and that says $17,940. But how much does this person say? $170,940. Okay, that's what I was more expecting off of doing this video, to be honest. So what this person was talking about is that they wanted me to go to here. You can see it on the building right there. Don't know, it's this location right here. This is group 6. It's right in the heart of downtown Los Santos. There's a little white circle right there. You can walk straight up to it, press right on the D-pad. And okay, so we have to deliver the antiques to the drop off. They said that it was going to be the same drive every time, right around 2 miles. It's a little more than 2 miles, but they drove, I already know from the map, they drove this way. They drove north. I think the drop off was like somewhere in here. We're pretty much going to Chumash. We're going to the Chumash areas. So, I mean, not very truthful thus far with this person, but hey, once I get there though, I'm going to get $170,000. They said 180 technically right at the beginning of the video, but I mean, the payment in the bottom right hand corner though, it says 20. It says $20,000. I don't know, hopefully I get like a first time bonus or something like that to get like $180,000. Oh geez, I just ran into a tree, so dang, I'm not getting $180,000 anymore. I'm only getting $19,980. My bad, bro. I shouldn't have run into that tree. That's on me. Okay, so we're about to make it over to the drop off. I did wreck a little more, so it's now $19,880. Please though, get 180. And no, Rockstar was being truthful for what they were saying the payment was, and maybe not necessarily the case with the TikTok that we watched. But anyways, we still made $19,000. That's not nothing. We do hit a major milestone though after this $19,000. We're now 80% of the way there. We have $805,000. We just need to make $195,000 more. But we need to watch more TikToks to figure out what I gotta do. Okay, how to make 220K in 5 minutes in GTA 5. New method.
Go to any supermarket on your map.
So they want to go to any supermarket on the map, but they have a specific one right there. Okay, I have that location on the map, or at least I know where that location is. That specific supermarket or that specific store is right here. It's this one right here. Not too bad. I'm not too far away from it, but what else do I got to do? Okay, yeah, they just speed it up. They're driving it over to the store. That's fine. That's fine. We have to get there. They drove an Insurgent. Now they're saying casually walk in. Okay. They say greet the cashier nicely, but I think that's a pretty subjective nicely. But they're saying want to raid the cash register. And then wait, hold on. And now you should have gotten 220K in your bank, and it's $220. That's it. But hey, maybe there's a first time bonus added into that, unlike just like the Cluckin farm raid. And then they're saying to just slowly drive away. Make sure to lose the cops. I don't know if that's a glitch though. I mean, we'll see how much money we get. But $220,000. If this is successful, this video will end. This is how much is at stake right here. So I'm gonna call in my Duke of Death, and we're gonna go to that specific store. They said any store, but I'm gonna go to that specific one. I'm gonna do exactly as that person does. So this is the store that he went to in his video. So let's get out of our Duke of Death. And he said casually walk in. Now, hopefully, I want to do everything as he said. Casually walk in. Let's not just run in, casually walk in. So here we go. Casually walked in. He said, greet the cashier nicely. So, I don't know. Wait, hold on. I can greet him nicely. Hold on. Hold on. Let me cook. Okay, I'm going to greet the cashier nicely. Maybe a little nicer than what he did. See, I'm going to wave. Hello, cashier. I am greeting him nicely. Anyways. But, he didn't do it so nicely. He kind of just like pulled out his gun and just shot the guy, and then he went behind the counter, and then he just grabbed the cash. Oh shoot, bro. I mean, he said $220,000, but on his screen it showed $220,000. But bro, I walked out with $1,087, bro. I think that's pretty good. But hold on, we have to lose the cops though. He did say to lose the cops. I'm not calling Lester. I can't even do that anyways. I'm a level 8 at this point. I've ranked up that much just doing the Cluckin farm raid. But yeah, we have to go lose the cops. Okay, I think we just lost the cops, and yeah, we just made over $1,000 off that, but I didn't get $220,000 like he said, unfortunately. So let's look at another TikTok. So we have this one, $1.8 million right there. Okay, it says go there. Okay, I gotta figure out. Okay, that's just outside of the Diamond Casino. That's the Diamond Casino parking lot. So that is his exact location is right here. Okay, I have that marked. And then pick up this car. Just looks like a normal SUV, and then he sells the vehicle for $1,780,000. Oh man. Okay, so I gotta find I have to find that specific SUV and sell it off for $1.8 million. And once again, this is another situation where, like, if this actually works, the video is gonna be over. Okay, so we've pretty much have made it over to the Diamond Casino. I'm looking for that SUV. I mean, bro, hold on. To be honest, I'm not even seeing that vehicle. I'm not even seeing that SUV. I see plenty of SUVs, but they're the same ones. I don't know. I'm just gonna pick up this one. This is probably the closest thing to it. What is this one? The Seminole. I'm pretty sure that's not the one. Yeah, this is definitely not the SUV he picked up, but we'll try it anyways with this. We have a gray SUV. Okay, then he said to take it to Los Santos Customs, which I have made it over to a Los Santos Customs. The Canis Seminole. So I'm assuming I'm just gonna sell it off. And that is not $1.7 million. It's $2,872. But hey, we'll just do it. We'll do it. It's fine. Newsflash, I was pretty confident that was not gonna work. Very confident. Even though we didn't get the same SUV, that's a big troll. So yeah, we haven't made a lot of money in a while. So let's see if we can find a good TikTok that can help us. Well, this is the next TikTok. Okay, so this guy, bro, TikTok is so funny. This guy is just like somehow glitching chips into his account. Is that pretty much it? Yeah, he's pretty much just glitching chips into his account. Very interesting, very not feasible, but you know what? I'll just take this as an excuse to go over to the Diamond Casino. So yeah, I'll kind of set up like my membership and everything at the Diamond Casino. I'll kind of like walk you through that, and that'll give me a little bit of money and potentially even more. Okay, so we've made it over to the Diamond Casino. So we're gonna walk in for the first time, and we have to sit through like a small cutscene. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so I just had to that cutscene. Press left on the D-pad to buy a membership now, which we're gonna do that, and we just got 5,000 chips, which is nice. But we can also spin this big wheel. This is the lucky wheel, and this was actually in the background of this guy's video. That's gonna be my excuse to actually spin this. So we can get a lot of things. We can get money, we can get chips, which can be converted into money. We can get a free vehicle, we can get clothing. It's great. A forced camo battle vest. Yep, that's a part of my journey to make $1 million, I guess. I'll go equip it. Screw it. What else am I gonna do? Okay. Bro, this looks so interesting with my outfit. I look like I'm ready to go hunting, and yet I'm in a casino with high rollers. This guy has a tux on, but yet I'm wearing this. Okay, this is interesting. You know what? I got 5,000 chips. I'm not gonna convert that to cash. I'm actually just gonna take the visitors bonus. You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna turn 6,000 chips into how much money do I need? $192,000. I'll do it. Give me some time. Let me cook. Let me cook at the casino. Yeah, I'm gonna cook in roulette. Okay, I am going. How much do I want to bet? Okay, I'm gonna bet 500,000. All right, I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna see how much money I can make. Okay, let's see. Wait, hold on. I put it on red, please. Red. Yes. Let's go. Okay, I have a strategy. Here. Where's it gonna land this time? Red. I need red. Nope. God damn it. I lost. I'm not happy over there in my camo outfit. Okay, we're on red once again. I put 5K chips on it. Come on, baby. I need you to land on red. Let's go. I'm getting nowhere. I'm just gonna save my money here. So yeah, gambling in GTA Online, not a great way to make money. Not that I don't think anyone expected that, but so what is gonna be the next TikTok?
I make 250K.
Okay, 251K. That'll put us over the amount. So okay, he's putting on an HSW time trial, and pretty much this guy is just saying do the HSW time trial. Yeah, that's it. You know, that's literally it. The HSW time trial it's actually a good money-making method. The problem is right now I don't have an HSW vehicle. All I have is a Duke of Death. That is the only vehicle I have to my name. So in order to do that and to close out this video, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get an HSW vehicle for free. But there is a way. But first things first, I have to sit through this cutscene right here for the LS Carmi because this will unlock the HSW mods. Oh, actually, hold on. No, before I do that though, I have to go. Actually, it doesn't matter the order, but I'm gonna do this first since I'm really close to it. I'm gonna go up here and run into a tree. It's exactly what I wanted. We're gonna go over here, go to this icon. This is House Garage. This is how we can get HSW vehicles. Pretty much with this, you can test out this HSW vehicle, and Hal will explain what HSW vehicles are. But there's a specific reason we're doing this, and I'll show you at the end why we're doing this. Okay, so we completed that little time trial, but you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, it says we got a House Special Works upgrade discount thing. And essentially what that is that you get a free HSW vehicle upgrade. You get a vehicle that can be upgraded to HSW. You can just turn it into an HSW vehicle for free instead of having to pay the normal conversion cost. So that's actually pretty cool. And that's what we're going to be utilizing here. But we're going to have to sit through a cutscene at the LS car meet real quick. And then we'll go out and get our HSW vehicle. Okay, so we just sat through that cutscene. We need to go over here and speak to Mimi. And yeah, we're actually gonna have to pay $50,000, but we're gonna do that, and it's gonna be for a good reason. We're still gonna be able to make it over the amount that we want to get. All right, but now we need to go ahead and get that HSW vehicle. So I need to go out and try to look for it. Okay, so I found the car I'm looking for. This is a Sentinel XS. This is an HSW vehicle, or at least it can be converted into an HSW vehicle. I'm gonna take it over to LS Customs, put insurance on it just to make sure that I really do have it, and then I'm gonna head back over to the LS car meet and then put HSW upgrades on it. We're taking this into House Garage. So as you can see right here, when you want to customize this vehicle in House Garage, this one has a category called HSW upgrade. And because we did that time trial earlier, this can now be turned into an HSW vehicle, which makes it a little bit faster. But more importantly, for this video, we can do HSW time trials as what the TikTok wanted us to do. I had to do a little bit of things in the background just to get this, but hey, we got it done, and now we're ready to go with that time trial. So we've made it over to the HSW time trial, and it's this one right here. Del Perro Beach is not the exact one that the guy had in his TikTok, but hey, he said do HSW time trial, so I'm gonna do it. He said we can get an easy $250,000, and well, we're sitting at now $748,000 after buying the LS Car Meet membership. So we're gonna be right there at $1 million pretty much once we complete this, but we have to complete this. So here we go. Let's start up right now. There we go. We have to pretty much go 2.2 miles in a minute and 30 seconds. Now, this is a free HSW vehicle that we got. This is definitely not one of the better HSW vehicles in the game, but hey, I don't mind it. I've used this vehicle so many times. Like, I'm a fan. It's a good bang for your buck. But anyways, go ahead and complete this time trial because the TikTok said so. So it looks like on my second attempt, I'm going to be completing this. That's actually not bad at all. I usually not a fan of this specific time trial, this location, but there we go. $251,000. No shot, bro. No shot. Usually it's like 252,000. We got 251. We are going to be so close. You got to be kidding me, bro. Look at how much money we have. $999,972. You know, I'm not going to pull up another TikTok for this. We will figure out another way to get that money. Come on, I have to get, how much money is that? We have to get $28. Are you freaking kidding me? Just here, I need to borrow you for a second, sir. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, just get out. Get out for a second. Let me just beat you up a little bit. I got 30 bucks. I got 30 bucks off of that. Let's deposit that. And just like that, after bending the rules a little bit right there at the end, just to make an extra 30 bucks, we now have $1,002,000. That is nuts. I was not expecting to be that close to $1 million, but there we go. TikTok has helped me make $1 million in GTA Online. Was it easy? No. Was it very efficient? No. But it was definitely pretty interesting though. So thank you very much, TikTok, for making me a millionaire in GTA Online. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Make sure you check out this video right here if you want to see me start out as a level 1 in a bad sport lobby in GTA Online.